Hello, my dear Cancerians. How are you today? Hope everyone's doing well. Cross watchers, welcome too. I want to thank all of my subscribers who entered the contest by commenting, subscribing, and giving a thumbs up on the video. Welcome all new viewers. I'm so glad that you're here with me. Personal reading information with my credentials is in the box below. All that glitters, Cancer. It's not, something isn't as it seems. All right, overall energy. This is the X return video for the month of June. The fates. Fate will come into play here, and who knows with what's going on in the world today. Not too difficult to understand what that means. Observer. Okay. It looks like you're probably watching each other if you have some interest, or they're watching you if you are not interested in this person. The point of this reading is that a lot of people like to know how someone feels about them, even if they don't want them back. So I'm not advocating you take a person back. I'm just giving you the information. One of the most popular readings we do as professional readers. Will my ex return, Cancer said. Will my ex return? Okay, not only will they return, what are the deets, right? What are the details? Your ex return. The situation that they find themselves in right now is the Eight of Cups. They're leaving something. Crossed by the Knight of Wands. That's energy that says that they're not so interested in commitment. The Seven of Cups. This person feels as though you have a lot of options, so they're curious as to what's going on with you. Seven of Pentacles indicates that in the past there probably wasn't enough substance in this relationship from this person's viewpoint, but that's in the past, okay? The Hermit card, this person is thinking about you, but it also looks like that's not an action card. That's sort of being happy to be quiet for the time being in the near future. We have the Two of Pentacles. Oftentimes that means juggling, especially when we have the indication that a person has a lot of choices and they like to be in and out, okay? The Knight of Wands is not inherently bad at all. It is thought to be the player card. It's Leo energy. Excuse me, Sagittarius energy. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It can be somebody who travels around a lot for their day job, so to speak. The Moon card, they feel very uncomfortable. They feel, Cancer, as though they really, it's almost like they snuck off in the night, sneaked off in the night. It looks as though there was some sort of disagreement or argument, something sort of spicy or difficult or challenging was said in the relationship. The Wheel of Fortune is divine timing. Let's see. Okay. 10 of Cups. So, as long as they're not married to someone else, it does mean that they will return, because we're asking about you. So when we're doing a traditional old-fashioned tarot reading, excuse me, I'm the tarot reader, right? It's early in Chicago. What can I say? Okay. So it does show that their ultimate outcome is that yes, they will return. 10 of Cups energy. Some of you may have been married to someone who left. Now that's the other thing. Okay, so we're going to clarify though, because this is still kind of vague. It is a reading for the collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and it cannot and will not resonate with everyone. All right. All that glitters is not gold, basically, is what that card means, and it shows that it leaves you defensive. It looks as though your impression or your feeling about this definitely would have been that they presented themselves with sort of a, you know, they aren't what they said they were. Six of Swords, this person looks as though, again, I'm getting two Moon cards. Look at these cards. It looks like they're leaving in the night, right? Leaving in the night, leaving in the night, under the cloak of Moon. With the Hermit card, that can be a ghosting card. But here it is. I get that this person just wants to have fun. They did see you as tremendous fun. The Sun card is one of the happiest cards in the deck. It's one that says that there's great chemistry. Okay, what are the fates? What did fate have to do with this? Fates. Heading in a different path. This is a card that indicates this is the Page of Wands. So this person is this person could be younger than you. They could be immature, but when we get a page and a knight, we do not have a king on the board, which means they may not have been sort of at, well, it says very clearly, they weren't at your level. All right, so let's see, why is that card here? Why is this? Temperance card indicates that they do want a reconciliation. The Eight of Wands says that they're feeling very passionate, but it also looks as though the fates may have stirred up this corona situation, or as we call it, Coronageddon sometimes. This also indicates that the passion itself was almost too much to endure, that, you know, you were not meant to stay together is what I see in the reading. Let's see, why is the Observer card here? Observer card. Two of Wands. This person looks as though they're looking into the future. It's time to make a decision. And the Hanged Man with the Hermit card means that this person likes to spend a lot of time thinking and not a lot of time acting. The 10, okay, so the Observer, 10 of Cups. Oh, interestingly enough, you may be getting married in the future. This indicates, because we have the Observer as a 10 of Cups. So, and I know it confuses people when I give a couple of storylines, but when it happens in the cards for general reading, I'm compelled to give the storylines. Okay. In one instance, I see, for some of those with whom this will resonate, your person left a relationship because they had some in and out energy, they were juggling, they had a lot of options, and it shows that they sort of snuck away. It doesn't look like they were necessarily, maybe they were honorable, maybe they weren't. It'll resonate differently with different recipients of the reading, okay? So take it as it resonates. Feel free to comment on what your version of this story was. It also looks as though you may have gone on to find a very, very successful relationship, 10 of Cups. And it indicates that they're watching you. So for the storyline that applies, that means that, you know, they left, they're watching you, and they're actually not going to contact you, Hanged Man, Hermit card, because they see on social media, Page of Swords, through their investigative work, they see that you are happily in a committed relationship. Okay. Now, for the third group of you, it looks like this person's hesitating to contact you. They're trying to find out what's going on with you, but the answer is that they could make a commitment to you in the future with this 10 of Cups. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and clarify all these cards for you, because this is complex. This is complex. This is 3 different readings wrapped into one. So this is like a buffet table. Just take those little pieces. You can look at four or 5 cards and say, that's me. And you can look at 4 or 5 cards when you're looking at a general reading and say, no, that doesn't apply. So if it doesn't apply, if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. Okay, so hope I made that clear. Probably not very. I hope it was, though. The King of Swords. Okay. This is Aquarius energy, Cancer. It indicates that a head over heart decision was made by your person. That's kind of a cold and aloof energy also. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but the Tower card shows that, you know, something may have been said or done. An ultimatum may have been given. But there was a Tower moment that one of you presented in the relationship. And that can be something as simple as saying, hey, I'm not going to get married, you know. And that's what I see with this Knight of Wands. Why is a Knight of Wands in this reading? For heaven's sakes. Well, this person sees you. In many ways, I think the Knight of Wands wasn't player energy. It may well have been to do, for those with whom it resonates, with traveling around a lot. They were very attractive, though. This person's very attractive. The Infinity card, there is sort of a soulmate element to this card, even though this is not one of these classic soulmate indicators that every old-fashioned reader uses, but with the infinity symbol I think it is the Strength card. Okay, so their attraction to you is very strong. Why is the Seven of Cups? this is a little bit of a gambler. This person's sort of a rambling, gambling person who presents himself, in my opinion, when I look at the way this lays, they present themselves. This could be a classic guy or gal who dates online and tells everybody that they want a serious relationship, in which that's a false mask. They have no intention of it. If they happen to fall in love with somebody and it works out, then they'll go with it because that's the fates. But this doesn't look like a great match for you, Cancer. This just looks kind of disastrous. Yep, here we go. 5 of Swords, indicating this person they stir up a lot of grief, man. Stir up a lot of grief. A Tower card. This is a lot of pain. This would have been a very painful and confusing situation. The Hermit card, I actually also look at this as a person who is looking for someone who can give them financial stability, because the 7 of Coins indicates that they left the relationship thinking there wasn't enough value. They're looking for, they would rather have the gold than a true value in a relationship. So I'm not so fond of this person's values, the way this lays. Hermit card, Hermit card. All right, so I think they just ghosted you. I think they weren't very nice. The 6 of Pentacles reversed, no equal give and take there. That actually says this person doesn't want equal give and take. Okay. Interesting reading. Okay, so let's see here. Again, the Moon card is clarifying the 2 of Pentacles. This person could have left you behind. And again, we have the Moon card here, and we have the Moon card here. That person took off in the night and left you thinking that, you know, you're here alone with your reflection. And they took off. They were juggling too. So to me, the combination of cards here, this one, and this one says that they had a lot of player energy. For the most part, this is a player. It won't resonate that way with everyone again. Okay, the King of Wands. Ooh. That is a strategist. If you look at what he's doing, he's looking at a map, he's making a plan, and he leaves when that plan doesn't work out. I would say, even though this is a King of Wands, because he's being strategic, and we have the gold, he's this person, well, I won't say he, this person, the King of Wands energy in this instance it's indicated that it's not what it seems. Presents himself as a king or herself as a king, actually has player energy, okay? Again, the Moon card is indicating Piscean energy. This person just wasn't honest. Why is this person stalking? Yeah, they see you as happy. So for some of you, you'll be happy and independent and content, and very happy without them, and very happy they're not in your life. The 5 of Wands, a person still has passion. They're trying to see if you're dating somebody or if you're with somebody. That's what that means also, the Observer. These 2 cards are the same, all right? Why is a Wheel of Fortune here? The Death card. Well, they didn't see you as a person who was going to buy anything that wasn't genuine, like you could see through it. You were too observant. You saw through this. Interesting. Aquarius got a very similar reading to this. Yep, here you go. It shows, you know, what I'm getting here is that whatever promises they made, they abandoned. For those with whom this resonates, version, you know, 3.0 here out of 3, that you would have just left whatever it was behind, because you realized that they just weren't who they said they were. So while I get them thinking that they would like to come back, it looks as though they will not return because they felt as though you wouldn't take them back. Number 1, you're too strong without them. Number 2, I would say that when I look down here, they're really looking for somebody they're not looking for, well, let me say what they aren't looking for an equal give and take, healthy, happy relationship in which they have to adult. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So, doesn't make me very happy that you had this experience, Cancer. It looks kind of brutal, you know. I mean, at some time, most of us encounter this. And here we go. What would they say if they had the courage? I can't handle I can't handle your words right now. So evidently you said something to them. You gave them a tower moment when they were acting all kingly and aloof, and and this is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That also can be your ability to investigate and realize somebody's lying. Another scenario is that they were married and they were out on a dating website. So at any rate, the bottom line is no matter how this story plays out, it doesn't look like a happy one. It doesn't look like it's healthy. And it looks like this person works in a very sort of low mode. There's a very little goodness or morality here. This looks like a really bad player. We will be together again. Well, you might want to think about that one. Okay, but this person's, you know, look at the things they're saying. They aren't even really rational. And is it possible for you to forgive and forget? Well, I don't think it's very likely, because it looks as though they would repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. So Cancer, that's what I have for you. I think that you made a really brilliant decision. You walked away from them. You walked away from the player energy. You walked away from something that wasn't real. You were able to discern that. You knew it. You know, at the end of the day, you used your intuition, and you knew the score. Good for you. Take care, Cancer. Thank you. Bye-bye.